Okay, we're going to make a chocolate cake, guys. Now, I've seen this on TikTok and it said ultimate chocolate cake. I know everyone's doing the rounds. I've seen so many posts about the, what is it, the Matilda Cake. I've seen heaps of those. I don't think this is like a version of that. It was just an ultimate chocolate cake and it just looked really moist. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to line my tins because it says to use 2 8-inch tins. So I've got 2. They are different, but anyway, it's not like I'm going to fill the whole thing to the top. So I'm going to line these and come back. 1 done. Number 2 done. And I will spray them as well. Okay, let's get the dry ingredients. They've also got theirs in like cup measurements. I'm going to convert it to gram measurements, only because I just find it so much easier. So let's start with our flour. We want plain flour. Let's hope I'm converting this correctly. Let's go 410 grams of sifted plain flour. Let's see how close I get with that measurement. Oh my God. Look at that. There's like, that's how much is left. How close was that? 454 grams of sugar. Jeez. That's a lot of sugar. But it's not like you're going to eat the whole cake on your own, are you? If it's too much for you, don't make it. Remember, it's a choice. A little bit of salt. We want 180 grams of cocoa. Can't believe that was nearly $13, and I swear that felt like it did not last. Just going to stir those in a little bit. We want 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And I've got my oven on 175. Okay, let's add our wet ingredients. We want 2 eggs. It says large, but mine are all a little smallish. So 2 eggs. We want a cup of buttermilk. Boom. We want 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Vegetable oil. We want 1 cup of hot water. I'm not going to add that yet. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, let's give this a mix. Let's add some of that hot water. More. I'm going to add the rest of the hot water. And you can use coffee instead of hot water. I just use hot water because I don't have coffee and have it in the house. Okay, let's get these into the pans. I'll weigh and measure to see if I can try to get them accurate and even. We've got 867 in this one, 865 in this one. Okay, oven's on 175. We're going to put them in and check them at 30 minutes. Let's check those chocolate cakes. I'm going to give them maybe 5 minutes extra. Okay. This one appears to be fine. It was the other one, and it's probably because I had 2 cakes in there at once. I don't normally do 2. But let's put this one to cool. 5 more minutes on this one by itself, but I might check it in 3. We don't want a another reoccurrence of what we'd had previously when I've pulled cakes out and spent a fortune on the fucking chocolate and everything in it, and then it's not been cooked right through. I want these cooked. After all, that fucking cocoa cost me $18 for that bag. I'm not wasting it. Let's do our icing for the cake. They're cooling. They came out of the tins beautifully. I ended up cutting my butter up into chunks and wrapping it in baking paper because it was one of the big 1 kilo blocks, and it just takes forever to soften. Alright, let's melt that. About 600 grams of icing sugar. And about 150 grams of cocoa. And that bag that I paid the $18 for yesterday is nearly gone. Just for cooking 2 things. They do have another size bag. I think it's a 5 kilo one. But it's $170. I can't fathom paying that much for... If it was like all things that I'm selling, different. But it's not. So, I definitely need to try the Woolies one that everyone keeps saying to try. They swear by it and reckon that it's one of the best. I'm just getting out these little balls of lumps. Because I didn't sift it. I'd like to know why it is that fucking cocoa went up so much all of a sudden. I feel like the fucking cost of baking. Some weeks I'm just like, it's a hobby, but fucking expensive hobby that I'm not really making a lot back from. Let's give these a bit of a mix. And I'm going to add a bit of milk in as well. Just sift your cocoa powder. Wow. That is rich. Okay guys, let's finish this cake and stick the cake. Doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not going to bother piping it because, as I said, like, we're not going for some aesthetically pleasing cake. I just wanted it to try and be straight, that was all, because I want to improve on that a bit. But it was more just about making a decadent chocolate cake, which this definitely looks like it is. Okay, let's see. Perfect. Put this one on the next. I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to leave it rounded. That's fine. That is huge. And now let's coat the rest of it. So maybe me and Chevy might have that little bit of that cake I cut off with a bit of frosting tonight for a sweet treat. A little sweet treat. Can't think what that guy's name is that does the sweet treat videos. He's pretty funny. I need to go find room in my fridge, and then I'm going to sit it in the fridge until...
Is that just crumb
tomorrow? Coat? No, that's like just a normal coat.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's amazing. Okay, let's cut a piece so we can see the inside. Oh, look at that. The inside. Honestly, it tastes so good. Especially once it sits out for a bit, because obviously I had it in the fridge. Bam. Give it a go.